Welcome to Bridging the Gap, the Madison County Chamber of Commerce podcast, where Madison County's stories and businesses connect. I'm Sarah Pugh, the Executive Director of the Madison County Chamber of Commerce. Each episode spotlights the people, businesses, and nonprofits that make our community thrive while sharing the stories behind what they do. We're looking forward to learning more about their story and their connection to Madison County. Today I'm here with Rachel Cole, the Youth Services Librarian with the Winterset Public Library. Thank you for being here, Rachel.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
So, Rachel, tell us a little bit about yourself and your role with the Winterset Public Library.
Okay. I am Rachel Cole. I am actually a Winterset grad. I won't tell you the year because that would divulge, of course, my age and give the community too much information there. Grew up here, graduated from here, moved away for about 21 years and landed back home. My two girls and I did. And I've been at the library this September 5 years. Hard to believe. Have loved it, loved making it my own. And I always say that the library chose me, not the other way around. I was a previous school counselor and then kind of stay-at-home mom through COVID and did mom preschool is what we say. And the job opened up. And when I interviewed, I talked to them about just how I can see the library evolving and changing from what it was when I grew up. So, and I've loved doing that. So, that's a little bit about me. Yep. Youth Services.
Yeah. So what do you love most about working with children and families?
Oh, geez. It's hard to choose one thing, but, really building the connections with families. And, I have loved watching little ones grow. I mean, from before they were born to watching them being throughout preschool and elementary. And so really building those connections. And when they come to programs or when they learn how to read, I love the light bulb moments that I've gotten to be a part of. And so that's been really fun.
Yeah. So a lot of people think of the library as places to just check out books. And I know that there's so much more to your programming than just that. Can you go into a little bit more on that?
Sure. Well, the digital world has really changed the face of libraries altogether. We do have digital content as far as Hoopla and Libby, and those digital downloads have been really, really popular. Beyond that, we've got hotspots, which is Wi-Fi accessibility, that people can check those out. That's been really great for new people that have moved to our community that are waiting for Wi-Fi services. Other partners have used that, like, for example, Little League has used that during their season. So we've got hotspots. We do have the Library of Things, which has really evolved. Literally can check out things, microscopes, telescopes, pickleball sets, binoculars. We have science kits, STEM kits, phonics kits are new within the last couple of years too. Those have been really popular for our younger families and preschool. We've got launch pads, which are kind of like the kids call them iPads, but they're launch pads. They're a learning tool. They're not Wi-Fi connected. They don't have ads, but those have been really fun too. Yeah, so we kind of are, my slogan that I love to tell people is we are really beyond books. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the atmosphere of the library kind of evolve in my lifetime as well. So with the younger programming and the color and the decor even coming to life.
And we like to say, I think the biggest evolvement that I've seen is libraries being seen as a third space. And, we talk about home being a first space, work or school being a second space, and then that third space being things like public libraries, public parks. And I love that concept of third space, just the idea that everybody's welcome, there's neutrality there, and Yeah, very cool. So the library offers a large variety of children's programs throughout the year. Can you tell me more about some of your favorites? Oh boy, I have to choose a favorite. There's so many great ones. Some of my absolute favorites are, well, the week-to-week story time. It has to be a favorite. I know it's a built-in weekly program, but it looks a little different every week. Sometimes we'll have community guests come in. We do a lot of thematic story times, but it's fun to see how that changes each week. Some of my other favorites, New Year's Eve, which is held in December 31st every year. It's an absolute blast. It's for families with young ones. Of course, we do it 11 a.m. to noon, and we do all sorts of rotating activities, and then we do a balloon drop at noon.
Yeah, I'd like that for myself.
Yes. So the idea that, parents can celebrate early and still be in bed by midnight. So yeah. And then of course, Touch a Truck. It's an absolute favorite. This year we had the addition of the trains, the in-scale trains with the Des Moines Track Club. And we saw over 850 people at that event. And it was really great. You talk about community coming together. That is the epiphany of an event of community coming together. And so that's one of my favorites. I've got those are kind of some of our annual programs, like the Touch Truck, New Year's Eve, the built-in story time. We've had some interesting, we've had some different programs this summer at our summer reading. One of my favorites for the summer this far was the egg parachutes we did.
Okay, tell me more.
Okay. Well, the kids came and built, we say trash into treasure. We had all sorts of things like popsicle sticks, pipe cleaners, straws, coffee filters, pool noodles, grocery bags, you name it, on a table. The average adult would see it maybe as trash, but the kids took it and ran with it. And then we had real eggs that David, our director, went to the top of the building and dropped them from the top. And the kids built their own little mini parachutes for the eggs. And the cool thing about that was it was beyond just a fun, did the egg crack or not? We could talk about gravity and velocity and speed and so all of that. So that was one of my favorites this summer that was different that we've never done before.
Very cool. You might have to repeat that one.
Yeah, I think so. We might do that maybe for one of our Friday early outs, and maybe we can talk about that later.
That's awesome. Yeah. So how do you come up with these ideas for your weekly programs?
Well, really one of the biggest things is listening to the needs of the community. A recent example of that is the Winterset Inclusion Project. They came to us and they serve all abilities. And their group and I had talked quite a while about this idea of creating a quiet space, which there's a misnomer that libraries are naturally quiet. I think that's another way that we've evolved. We're really, especially in the children's area, a welcoming space. It's family friendly. So sometimes during our programs, it can get loud. It can get rambunctious. We've had programs that feature up to 150 people at sometimes. And so offering a quiet, truly quiet, relaxing, safe space for those families that need that. So we developed the Power Hour this summer. We've done 2 of them, and it's been met with really great response. And so really developing the programs with the needs of the community in mind, evolving what are your interests, what are the community needs, then also just kind of thinking about how to make the library appealing and innovating, and kind of sometimes mirroring what we've done or what has the school done, and branching off of that. So it's kind of fun to come up with something different to entice people to have the feet in the door.
Yeah. And then if a program does really well, do you then try and bring it back, or do another spin on it and repeat it? Or do you just kind of put that aside?
All of that. So a good example of one of those, and that's coming up, I didn't mention a favorite as well, that's been a community favorite, is the Stuffy Sleepover event that we do.
Yes.
I kind of thought that might have been a one and done type of deal, but we've had so much interest and participation, not just from the kids. It's one of our biggest social media followings of the year. We have adults tune in just for that Stuffy Sleepover event every year. So that one is an example of one that has been a repeat that I didn't think would be, but people have asked, when are you going to do it? When are you going to do it? We have one patron that a long time ago, she's an older patron, came in to make, this was before my time, came in to make a Build-A-Bear with her grandchildren. And when I did that first Stuffy Sleepover, she told me about that. She brought those bears in to watch and follow on social media because they were her grandkids, and she still has them. And so she brings them in every year to watch that. So yeah, I mean, it just really depends on a lot of things it depends on, but we're open to repeating programs if that's what people want. But we really like to come up with new ones as well. So it's a blend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. The Shopper, the Madisonian, and the Exchange, your locally owned weekly publications from Madco Media Group in Winterset. The Shopper arrives free in mailboxes across Madison County. The Madisonian keeps you connected in print and online. And the Exchange is Iowa's largest marketplace publication. Plus, promote your business or events on our 10 digital billboards across Winterset. From design and copy to office services, we can do your light work. Madco Media Group, see what we can do for you. Located just off the square in Winterset. Locally owned, trusted, and connected. Call 515-462-1535 or email ads@madcomedia.com because local is where the heart is. So why do you think it's important to offer hands-on activities in addition to just reading?
Oh boy. It certainly brings learning to life. And I think about real world applicability there and the community connections that it creates and getting kids, we have to be ahead of the curve. We're losing kids to technology every day. And so I think having a blend of that sometimes of being exciting, being appealing, and it can be as simple as having a Lego free build day, which we've had this summer, and those have been really great to see creativity. Or Tinkering on Tuesday has been all about STEM and building, and so highly important for kids to use their imagination and real world connection.
Yeah, because times are definitely different than when we were young.
For sure.
Yeah. So we know reading at an early age is important. Can you go into a little bit more on that, why it's so valuable to start young?
Definitely. What we know, it helps build language development, cognitive, emotional skills, certainly helps build their attention span. The bond with caregivers and guardians is really important. We're talking about kiddos that are 1 month old even. Yeah. And so that bonding is priceless. And so we've got a really great program here, First Readers. It's not something the library hosts, but we definitely promote it. It's for kiddos that are 0 to 5, and they can sign up for that program and get free books mailed to them every month.
Yes.
And it's all free. It's a great way to build your own personal library, in addition to checking books at the library. But it is invaluable to read to your children. It sparks a love of learning early. Just like I said, that the building, the language development, the cognitive development, building problem-solving skills, empathy, even through reading. And so, it's highly important.
Yeah. So what would you tell a parent that has a reluctant reader?
Well, I know reading's not for everybody, but if I think the important thing is that, I don't know, I'm not an expert in this area, but I can speak from personal experience with my own 2 kids as well. So parent hat here as well, giving them choice in their reading. I think not making it so laborious, keeping it fun. I think keeping it brief is important to prevent frustration and to build confidence. And even if it's something like reading a video game manual, if it's tag team reading, pairing the audiobook with the physical hard copy of the book, which we know that helps with dyslexia, for example, or reluctant readers, to not have to say those words, but following along with them. And so choice is highly important when it comes to reading, letting go of the mindset of, I want you only reading a chapter book rather than a graphic novel. Type of example. So
yeah, I know those graphic novels can be a pain point for some parents because they're like, they should be in chapter books, but having those pictures is that breath for them, that stall.
Absolutely. Yeah. And there's ways, I mean, we have series that have same authors that have graphic novels and chapter books, and I just always suggest doing both. That way you can compare and contrast, and that's a learning tool too. And so yes, I'm not, there are reluctant readers in our community.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I think keeping it light and letting them choose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can reading together make a difference even before a child knows how to read?
Oh, absolutely. And I think we talked a little bit about that,
Yeah.
just that development of language, vocabulary, the secure bond, helping with their attention span. And the other thing is we didn't talk about building structure and routine.
Mm-hmm.
Highly important, whether that be the child knows that they're reading together with you at bedtime. That's quality time built in right there.
Mm-hmm.
And so, those are all really important skills.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what's your favorite part about watching kids participate in the library programs that you have?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me think about it for a second. Kids have a way of bringing such joy. I've heard a lot of belly laughs this summer. And how contagious is a kid's laugh?
Yes.
And sometimes we as adults can overcomplicate things.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something to be said about simplicity.
Mm-hmm.
And so just the joy that kids have by coming to our programs, the light bulb spark moment of reading a book. Sometimes kids cry when they leave the library, which I know it's hard for parents, but I kind of giggle at it because
Mm-hmm.
it tickles me. They don't want to leave a library, and so I love that. I love that part of my job and seeing the families each week this summer for our summer reading program has been wonderful. We've had great participation. The kids are excited. They come in wanting to spin the wheel, to win a prize, get their things stamped for the grand prizes. That excitement, come in on any given Monday or Tuesday at the library and it's anything but quiet, I'll tell you. So, yeah.
Have you had a memorable moment or a success story that's stayed with you?
Oh, that's a good question too. Several. It's hard to choose one. I loved last year when the kiddos came for school visits to learn about the library, our online catalog, summer reading. One of the kiddos, the fifth grade boy in the audience, raised his hand and said, "Miss Rachel, you didn't have fishing poles for grand prize last year, and I didn't want to do the summer reading program, And so it's like, well, will that get you to come in and read?" And Yep. So this year we've got 2 of them with tackle boxes donated by Baumgars. So thank you to them. Just again, listening to the kids, listening to the families. Those are light bulb moments, but it seems so simple, but highly important too. To build that excitement. We have some special ed classrooms that come in and visit the library during the school year, and some of the teachers have shared that particular students, if I turn on the train as an example, that they're doing tracking with their eyes. Again, sometimes things that we don't think about, but how highly important to that family, to those parents, that kid, those teachers, to see that growth in that child. And we help create that in that space. So those are some. I'm sure there are others. There's a ton. It's hard to name just one, but yeah.
What do you hope that kids remember about the library as they grow up?
I want it to be seen as a space where everyone is welcome. We can cross boundaries of economic ability divide. It's a place where they want to come. We help. We are all helpers. We've got a dynamic staff that helps. We've got resources for just about everything. I want them to know that it's a place where they can come
Yeah, I think you're doing that because when I'm walking by there at after school time, the hordes of kids that are just running to the library and they're excited. I'm going to get that first. I want to play this. No, I'm playing that. Okay, 5 minutes and then we'll switch. I'm like, that's what it's about. And you're creating that.
I love that. Thank you. Well, it's a team effort there. And anything that we do at the library, I don't do solo.
Yeah.
And so I love hearing that from a community perspective and that they're wanting to be the first ones, wanting to come in. And we're hopeful for that to continue this year as we look to stay tuned, everybody, talking about the early outs on Fridays. And so we are looking to continue some of that excitement during the school year as well to meet a community need.
Yep.
And have programming on those Friday early outs and partnering with the Extension, Conservation, Miss Megan at Madison County Music Company, the warehouse is doing. And so we will have programming on those Fridays. And I hope that excitement continues, not just for the littles, middle school and junior high kids as well.
Yeah.
So that we will be a space and a place for everybody to come.
Yeah. So you're starting to talk about this, but you partner with a lot of local organizations on programming or story time and things like that. Can you talk about why that's so valuable and so important?
Well, visibility in having that be a two-way partnership is important. The visibility for those partners to come to us, as well as for us to be, whether it be in the four walls of the library or outside of the library, those partnerships are huge. That builds community all around,
Yes, it does.
Yeah, we could not do what we do without our partners. We've had great community partners this summer, and it strengthens us as a library and as a community. So, yeah.
And it continues to make those connections, whether you realize it or not, when those kids are seeing those two partners work together on something, now that business is more approachable or,
right.
Like, I think that's so important that I think as adults, we kind of forget that we're setting a really good example for the youth.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's beyond business. I mean, we do businesses, people, nonprofits, we've had the Dairy Princess of Iowa come in this summer. We've had the Master Gardeners, the Conservation. We've had veterans for Veterans Day. We've done the Story Walk at the City Park and at Palma Park. And so the Rotary has given money. Optimist have given money. I mean, I can't even list all the partners. There's so many, and I'm sorry if I missed somebody, but there are just so many partners in our community that reach out. That are willing to help. Yes. And I think how great for the kids to see that that everyone rallies around. We are only as strong as our weakest link, right?
Yes,
and so that building that community and letting the kids see that as they grow. So.
So are there any upcoming programs or events coming up that you're especially excited about?
Oh boy, we're kind of, we are winding down a little bit on summer reading, but that doesn't mean our programs that we stop. I talked about the stuffed animal party, the sleepover. We've got that coming up on Friday, the 24th of July. So the stuffed animals will sleep over, so the kiddos or adults can drop off their stuffy starting at 9 a.m. on that day, and they'll sleep over. We've got a free movie coming up at the Iowa at 10:30 on Friday, July 24th. Always brings a crowd. That's another partner. We have the pool party, our end of year pool party, which is August 1st coming up. That is a registration. It's a blast. We get 300 donuts, and we celebrate the end of summer reading and their success there. We do have on Friday, the July 31st, Harry Potter's birthday party. So we're going to be celebrating that. And if you want to find all of our events, we have a presence on social media as well as on our website. There's a calendar tab. I will say the easiest way to read that is our all ages or adult events are in blue. Okay. And then our children's events are always in orange.
Okay. Very good. Yeah. What are your hopes for the future of the programming?
Oh boy. Just that we, I kind of over-talked this, that we continue to be a place where people want to come. It's exciting. We're meeting community needs. We're evolving, one of the biggest ones, for this next school year, like I said, are going to be those Friday early outs. And so, I think trying to, the real world applicability, and, STEM is huge right now. And so tapping into that, and, all of that.
So what if someone's listening today, how can they get plugged in? Do you look for volunteers? Are you looking for other community partners? Is there someone they should reach out to if they're wanting to get plugged in?
Sure. We do take volunteers, and we're always looking for kiddos with, silver cord hours, community volunteers. They can reach out to David Hargrove, our director, or myself. And we always have a job. It can range from, we always have a job. It's ever ranging. But they can contact us at the library. They can email us there. But so we would welcome any community partners. I don't know that we've said no often to any of those, and whether it be me going outside the four walls of the library. A great example is that earlier today, I was at the Little Farmer Barn at the county fair and did a story time out there. So we do say yes a lot, and we say yes to community partners that want to partner us in any kind of way, be it volunteerism, monetarily, just to support. So,
yeah. Very good. So if a family hasn't visited the library in a while, what would you say to encourage them to stop in?
Come on in. Let it be low pressure.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we're up against time or pressure, or as parents, just let it be low pressure. If anything, this time of year, come enjoy the cool air. Let it be a space that you cool off in, reset, let your kids come play. Come check out the stacks. Don't feel any kind of pressure to sign up for a card, check out material. Just come enjoy the library for what it is, and come see the space. It's a beautiful space. We've got some really great big projects coming up too.
Yes.
With our 2 small group meeting spaces. That construction has started, and the big launch will be Monday. They're going to be starting that, and it will be done the end of August. But just come in and enjoy the library and the space and and what we have to offer.
Yeah. Besides checking out books, what's one thing you hope everyone knows the library has to offer?
Oh boy.
Your things library is
I love the library
awesome.
of things, and we are always up to ideas on expanding that.
Yeah.
And one of the ways that we do that a lot is when kiddos come in for school visits, I always ask them, this is your library. It's your teacher's library, it's your parents' library, it's my library, it's everybody's library. It is a community space. What do you want? And kiddos have shouted answers out. We've gotten those things, the things I've talked about earlier. We've gotten binoculars, we've gotten metal detectors, we've gotten, I love the library of things, and it equals a playing field for everybody to be able to check those types of things out.
Yeah.
I do love that. I love, again, I know I already talked about this, but that idea of a third space, and building community. We really are a community hub for many things. Our meeting room, a lot of groups meet in there. And I think with the addition of these meeting spaces, we're going to continue to meet that need too. And, but that I really want everyone to know that everyone's welcome at the library. And so, come on in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with your library card, if you're a library member, is there a shared membership thing with your card?
So, great question. We have, with your library card, you can access lots of things with it, our online digitals. If you're 18 and above and have a card, you can use your card for the Adventure Pass system. And we have a wonderful friends group here that support and sponsor that. But one time a year annually, you can go to a lot of different amenities around Iowa. We're hoping to expand that locally too. So stay tuned on that. We've got some partnerships in the works with that. But for example, you can go to the zoo and receive 4 passes there, 2 adults, 2 kids, in for free with your library card. You can go to Ryman Gardens. You can go to the Science Center. You can go to the Children's Museum. You can go to the Botanical Center. So there's a lot of great amenities with your library card and digitally, as well as those passes. Yep. Yep. So
how cool is that?
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah. So yeah. See, things that it's just having a conversation that sparks that we are definitely beyond books.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate all that you do, all the staff does for the library and our community. I know you guys work tirelessly. I just went in a couple weeks ago, and the decor on the outside of the door that you walk through, I'm like, this is so cool. I just stood there for the longest time staring at it. I'm like, I haven't even entered yet. And I'm just, the things you guys are doing, it does not go unseen. Thank you for all that you do.
It's fun. It's fun to create life. And our theme is Plant a Seed, Read for the summer. And so it's very thematic in there. If you haven't been in, it's wonderful. Our staff is the best.
But you may not realize it, but it's starting conversation, because I know my own daughter's like, how do they do that? I think I want to try that. And so we get home and we're trying to make our own little thing, which we wouldn't have done had we not seen that at the library. So,
and come in at Christmas time too. We decorate the whole shebang during Christmas as well. And it's fun just to be, I'm glad to hear that feedback. And so it's fun to create and bring life to that space.
Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you for all you do. And,
thank you.
Yes. Be sure to check out the Winterset Public Library and like and subscribe. Thank you for listening to Bridging the Gap, the Madison County Chamber of Commerce podcast, where Madison County's stories and businesses connect. We hope today's conversation gave you a deeper look at the people and passion behind our local community. To learn more about today's guest, visit their website, and for more chamber events, membership, or resources, visit www.madisoncounty.com. Be sure to subscribe, share, and join us next time as we continue bridging the gap across Madison County.